Finally, the NBA is back. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video and back at it with the NBA as it is opening night. The NBA is finally here. We wait all year for this. I'm an NBA nut. I love my football, but the NBA has a special place in my heart. So I am stoked and excited. And I just thought, you know what? Opening night, it's a special day. Let me give you guys a quick outlook, a quick preview for opening night. Now, of course, I won't be doing this for every single day because it's a ton of content to push out because of how many games there are. But I will be telling you guys this, that I will be doing my best to talk about every single team in the NBA. I will try to get to topics about every team. I don't want to be like a lot of these shows that only talk about the big market teams like the Lakers, the Celtics, you know, the Knicks and whatnot. And so if you guys want me to talk about certain teams, please leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe to this channel because there's going to be a lot of NBA content coming out that you guys do not want to miss. But with that being said, I don't want to waste any more time. I want to talk about this opening day slate. 2 games that we have here with the Boston Celtics at the Cleveland Cavaliers and then the Houston Rockets at the Golden State Warriors. Now, let's talk about the Cavs and the Celtics first. Of course, we know the narrative, folks. Okay, Kyrie Irving and LeBron James, the divorced couple now, gets to reunite, and not reunite, that's a bad word to use. They get to face off, actually, and basically bash each other's head in and try to, you know, prove a point to the other that they made a mistake by departing or by staying or whatnot. And this is going to be very interesting for me, not just because of the storyline of Kyrie and LeBron, but also because of the obvious upgrades that the Celtics have made to their roster and then the obvious upgrades that the Cavs have made to their roster. Now, I've talked about it a bit in my previous videos, but let's talk about a couple of key storylines with the Celtics that I'm looking for. Now, Jaylen Brown is going to be their starting shooting guard. I was really curious on what the Celtics starting lineup was going to be because I just knew that you had Tatum, you had Gordon Hayward, you had Marcus Morris. And so what were you really going to do with the starting lineup? Where you're going to play Hayward at shooting guard, small forward, even at the 4, power forward? And Brad Stevens has decided to play Hayward at the 3. He's going to play Tatum at the 4, Horford at the 5. Jaylen Brown starts at the 2. And then, of course, you have Kyrie Irving at the 1. So, interesting to see here. I like the lineup. I do. And I think there's going to be a big breakout season for Jaylen Brown. I like him a lot. I think he's a good young guard who really does a lot of things besides just score the ball. The Celtics have enough scorers. Kyrie and Gordon Hayward will take care of that. So, they really need other guys to step up. And then now Jason Tatum is actually going to start. I mentioned him in the starting lineup. And I did not think he was going to get big minutes right away as a rookie. But he is going to because Marcus Morris is out with, I believe, knee soreness. So that is going to be fun because we're going to see Jason Tatum, who really did well. I know it's Summer League, but he ripped it apart in the Summer League. And I'm excited to see Jason Tatum as well, okay? So you have that. And then on the Cavs side of things, they also have made a tweak with a lineup change. They're going with small ball. They are benching Tristan Thompson, and they're starting Kevin Love at center and playing Jay Crowder at the 4. Now, LeBron is questionable tonight. He's got some sort of an injury, but I fully expect LeBron to play. This is LeBron James after all, okay? And then, of course, you got Dwayne Wade at the 2. J.R. Smith is not happy about that. I'm sorry, J.R., but you're off the bench. And then, of course, Derrick Rose is going to be starting at the 1. While Isaiah Thomas recovers from that hip injury. So, huge changes for both sides, okay? And what am I looking for in this game? Kyrie Irving and Derrick Rose are going to just be revolving doors on defense for each other. So, Kyrie is going to get buckets tonight. Derrick Rose cannot guard anything. So, and the same goes for Kyrie Irving, which is why I said I think Derrick Rose has a pretty good game as well. And then when you look at the other players on these teams, I'm looking for big games out of course, LeBron James, but that's expected. Kevin Love, I think, is going to eat tonight. He's now stepping into that number 2 role alongside LeBron James. And so you see that K Love hasn't had this sort of a role since he was back in Minnesota, because he's always been the third star after Kyrie and after LeBron. And so I think he's going to eat the Celtics on the glass. They're weak in the interior. I think Kevin Love has a field day at center. So the matchup-wise, it works for him. And then on the other side of the ball, like I said, Kyrie Irving is going to score at will. Gordon Hayward, I think he might have some issues. Of course, he's got to guard LeBron James. Jason Tatum, like I said, I'm excited to see what he's going to do, in Jaylen Brown as well. Ultimately, I do think the Cavaliers still end up winning this game, because like I said, I do expect LeBron James to play. If he does not play, of course, then I do see the Cavaliers losing this game. But I fully expect LeBron to play in this game. I see the Cavs winning this game 110-106. Okay, let's move on to the next game with the Houston Rockets at the Golden State Warriors. Lineup changes here too with the Houston side of things. Let's start with Chris Paul and James Harden. Mike D'Antoni has come out and said that he is going to play James Harden and Chris Paul about 18 minutes a game together. Now, of course, they're going to start together, but this also means they're going to stagger a lot of lineups. Mike D'Antoni is going to have a lot of Harden by himself, a lot of Paul by himself, just to, give the other guy rest, but also so the team doesn't fall apart when both of them are out on the bench. A key guy that I think is going to have a big game here, well, actually I have two. Eric Gordon off the bench. He's been killing it in preseason. No Lou Williams now, so he's got no competition. 6th man of the year last year. With this space and pace offense, I think he's going to get a lot of open shots. I think he's going to be able to score at will. And then Clint Capella, folks. I expect big things from him. I think he is a monster defensively and in the interior. The only problem with Clint Capella is always foul trouble. I hope he's able to stay out of it, but I expect good things from him. Let's talk about the Golden State side of things, okay? Pretty much the same lineup, of course. You don't want to tinker with that. You're the damn NBA champions. I expect Steph to struggle tonight. He's got a tough matchup against Chris Paul, who's one of the best individual defenders. And yes, I know Chris Paul is getting up there in age, folks, but please do not disrespect this man. He is still a good to very good defender. So I expect KD and Draymond Green to really be the ones to lead the Warriors tonight. Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. He's unguardable. We all know that. So Trevor Reeves is going to have his hands full, or whoever they throw at him. PJ Tucker, Luke Richard, Mamute, for crying out loud. And then Draymond Green, I think he's going to dominate as well. The Rockets do not defend the power forward position well. And so what you'll have is those two guys really carrying the load. Now, of course, they have had some bench additions with Omri Caspi. You still got Andre Iguodala there. Nick Young is there. But I think those guys will have minimal to no impact in this game. I still think it's the starters doing the work and the heavy lifting. The bench will not. We won't see the bench really, make an impact until later on in the season. So in that game, I have the Warriors winning that game 120-106. This is, of course, a higher scoring game, but I expect the Warriors to get it done and pull away late in this game. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Those are my thoughts on tonight's game outlook, and make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Please give it a like if you guys like this video. I would really appreciate that, and follow me on my social media, Twitter and Instagram down below. Thanks for watching.